Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be chatting about face creams that will give your skin bright, glowing skin. So let's get started. My name's Rolly and I'm here to chat with you about skincare tips, but today we're going with face creams. I don't understand how some people just have one face cream. I have at least 5 that I'm going to be discussing with you today. It's going to be a fun one. And we're not only going to be discussing about the products, we're going to slowly start diving our tippy toes into the ingredients so that when you go to buy your skincare products, you can look at your skincare, the product, and know what you are looking for. Yep. So the first one I'm going to be chatting to you about is hold on, let me get my glasses on. The first one is the Skinfix triple lipid and peptide cream. You see, let me give you the gist of this cream. Last year, this cream went viral. It's great, by the way. It went viral. It was all over TikTok, all over Instagram. All the skincare enthusiasts and dermatologists, they were all raving about it. But I said, okay, I have to get my hands on one. I went, I looked, I saw that it was about £50 and they were not selling it in the UK. By the time they put import prices and tariff prices on it, it came to £80. I said, hold up. Man's got bills to pay. I can't justify paying £80 on a cream. I can't. So I decided to leave it for then because it was in America. They were selling it in America. Anyhow, as time went on, I still kept my eyes open. It finally came into the UK. A few weeks ago, they were selling it in Sephora. I went, Kia went to look online in Sephora. It was £52.98. For me, it was still expensive. I think I've been spoiled by K-Beauty products because with K-Beauty products, they have some good moisturizers that are less than half the price and they deliver. So for me, if I'm going to be spending £50 on a moisturizer, that moisturizer better deliver. It go pay me if I spend that money and it doesn't deliver. So I waited. Then eventually, after a few weeks, I now saw that they had one for £20. I said, £20, we can do £20. So I ordered it. When it arrived, guess what? This is what arrived. I first thought, did they mistakenly send me a sample? And then I went back, but this was what the one they sell for £20. Anyway, with not much fuss, I used it in my nighttime regime that night. After about an hour, I passed by a mirror. I had to go back and say, Rolly, is that you? Ooh, my skin texture had changed. There was a difference. My skin is quite reactive to products sometimes, texture had changed. It had a different glow. I mean, my skin is always glowy. Hello. But this time it had a different glow and I was hooked. I fell in love with it immediately. Now, let's go to the ingredients. What makes this cream so special? It has different, what do they call it? It has different lipids and it has different peptides. So the ingredient number 1 we are going to be chatting about today are peptides. What are peptides? Peptides are amino acids that stimulate collagen. Here you get collagen. Who doesn't want more collagen? So that's what it's got, different types of peptides. So that's what makes it great. It will immediately change the texture of your skin. Apparently, even dermatologists, they recommend it for individuals who have very dry skin or who have skin that's prone to eczema. I tend to use it in my nighttime regime. I love it. And the reason I love it is because it's so cushiony when you apply it to the skin, and it's also quite luxurious. It just has that luxurious feel. And it also has jojoba. It's spelled Jojoba. The first time I used to call it jojoba. I beg, make you not leave me. You can take the sapele out of the water, or you cannot take the water out of the sapele. Why is it spelled Jojoba and you pronounce it jojoba instead of jojoba? Anyway, jojoba. It has jojoba oils. I digress. And it has oats, so it's very good. The only downside for me is the price. It's quite expensive, but for me, it's worth it. This is not a K beauty product, but I love it. It's good. So let's move on. The next one I'm going to move on to, the next face cream I have is Vaseline. Petroleum jelly. I bet you didn't see that one coming. It is fantastic. I was chatting with my aunts. Was it last week? Shout out to Auntie Amma. And she said to me, she said, Rolly, nothing can stop me from using Vaseline on my face, and I use it on my body. And I was like, so that's why you look 20 years younger. Remember, back in the day, our grandmothers used to use it. Vaseline is like the OG. It's not moisturizing. It acts as a barrier, so anything you put under it will lock it in. A few years ago, even till now, there was a trend called slugging, where slugging, SLUGGING, I'll put it up on the screen, where skincare enthusiasts will slug Vaseline all over their face at night. They'll wake up in the morning to skin that's no longer dry. It's fantastic. You've got to get it. I have it everywhere. I have it on my bedside table. I have it by my laptop. I have it in my handbag. I use it on my lips, on my eyelids. I was looking at my very first video from 2 weeks ago. Excuse me, I'm getting a bit thirsty. I was looking at my video from the very first video I recorded, and I had it on my eyelids. My eyelids were a bit shiny. I use it on my eyelids. I use it on my knuckles. It's so good for skin. Which brings me to my third face cream, and that is the All-Free Ultra Moisturizing Lotion by Corsx. It's on the screen. So what I do is I mix this with Vaseline, because as we all know, Vaseline has quite a thick texture. The petroleum jelly, we all know that's the main ingredient in Vaseline. So I mix that with this, with the Corsx oil free. I mix it together and I apply it on my skin after my cleanser, my toner, my essence, my serum at night. And a few weeks at the beginning of winter, I had very dry skin. I couldn't explain it. That's what cured my dry skin. After my nighttime routine, I'll mix the two. Under 2 weeks, no more dry skin. And I like to mix Vaseline with the Corsx oil-free moisturizing lotion because it's oil-free and Vaseline is quite heavy. And when I mix the two, it gives it a softer texture. But this on its own is also good. If you have oily skin, it's fantastic because it doesn't have any oils in it, and it's also quite moisturizing. Or if you say go on holiday, you are in Nigeria, you are in India, you are somewhere in the Mediterranean and it's very hot and you don't want to put anything heavy on your skin, then this is a great one. And like I said to you, our skin changes. So when you find that your skin is a bit oily, you apply this. The main ingredient inside this is something called birch sap. And it's not something I see around in the Western world. I think it's local to Korea, and what's birch sap? It's an ingredient that they extract from the birch tree, and it's got so many minerals and vitamins, and it's so hydrating on the skin. I love it, and so will you. It's also very soothing. So that's my third one. And it's also lightweight. So that's my third one. So moving on, my fourth one that I'm obsessed about. I think I've spoken about it in almost every video that I have recorded, is the Numbuzin. I have it here. Is the Numbuzin #1 pantothenic B5 acting soothing cream. Let's first talk about the ingredient inside it. Grab a pen. The main ingredient inside this is pantothenic acid. And what's that? It's a humectant. And what's a humectant? A humectant is an ingredient that draws moisture from the air and locks it into the skin, called panthenol. So if you see panthenol, whenever you now go shopping, panthenol, whenever wherever you shop for your skincare products and you're looking at the ingredient list and you see panthenol towards the top, know that it's good. It's going to moisture your skin. It's going to help you lock in moisture to your skin because it's a humectant. So, and it's also got this Numbuzin #1 soothing cream. It's also got vitamin B5. I mean, vitamins. Our skin needs vitamins. So it's not only got what's it called, panthenol, it's also got vitamin B5. So that's why I love it. Sometimes, a lot of the time, I tend to use it during the day because it's not quite as heavy. It has a silky feel. It feels so much more expensive than it actually is. It's way below £20. So I love it because of the price point and also because it delivers. So that's my fourth face cream that I use at the moment. Then the fifth one, #5, is the Isintree hyaluronic acid moisturizing cream. Let's talk about the ingredient first. Let's talk about hyaluronic acid. I'm sure you've probably heard about hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, like panthenol, is a humectant, and a humectant is an ingredient that draws moisture from the air and locks it into the skin. So it keeps your face moistured. Who doesn't want moistured skin? Who wants to go around looking like an old prune? Not me, not you. So this is very moisturizing. Sometimes I use it at night when I go to bed. Ask anybody who see me want to go to bed. I always end up looking like a glazed donut when I'm about to go to bed at night. And that's how you're supposed to look like after your nighttime regime. Put on all those serums so that overnight your skin sucks in all those moistures and all that moisturizing cream. So these are my top 5 facial creams that are in my skincare regime at the moment. Yep. So if you've liked this video, if you've taken anything out, help your girl out so that I can keep on bringing you more. It motivates me to keep on bringing you more. And subscribe, like, and share. And one more thing, before I go, is now you know, it's not just about the product, it's about the ingredients. Remember that? So you can make a decision by yourself. When you're shopping for skincare ingredients, put on your glasses, look at the ingredients. What have they put inside? A good rule of thumb is, if the very first ingredient for me is water, is very good. And then these ingredients, if they're on the top line or second line, they're very good. So now we're going to be talking about ingredients. It's not as technical as it sounds, but I'll break it down as we go along. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and take care.